Warm greetings. Today is Wednesday, September 25, 2024. This is meteorologist Ruben Garcia. At the time of recording this video, it is 8 a.m. local time in the northeastern Yucatán Peninsula, western Cuba, and the state of Florida, which will soon be affected by what will soon become Hurricane Helene. In fact, at this moment, sectors of the northeastern Yucatán Peninsula are experiencing the direct impact of what is almost a hurricane. Additionally, western Cuba is also receiving heavy downpours, rain, and tropical storm force winds, especially in sectors of Pinar del Rio. Today will be quite challenging across this region, and it is important for residents and visitors of these areas to remain in a safe place throughout the day. A few minutes ago, the National Hurricane Center confirmed that Tropical Storm Helene now has maximum sustained winds of 70 miles per hour, meaning it is close to becoming a hurricane, and very likely, by around 11 a.m., we will have Hurricane Helene as it passes very near or over the city of Cancun during the morning. If we look at the infrared satellite image, we can see a much more organized structure. Also, based on what we are seeing in the infrared satellite images and data from the Hurricane Hunter aircraft, it appears that Tropical Storm Helene will begin a process of rapid strengthening over the next 36 hours, as it moves over the warm waters of the eastern Gulf of Mexico and toward the states of Florida and Georgia. In the Cuban Doppler radar animation, we can clearly see the circulation center, which is currently at its closest point to the island of Cozumel, Playa del Carmen, and Cancun. The eye wall will begin moving through the region over the next few hours, and we also have strong rain bands moving over Pinar del Rio. Here, you can see the data from the Hurricane Hunter aircraft, clearly showing that the center of circulation is currently just east of Cancun, and the strongest winds are near the coast, so some hurricane-force wind gusts may affect coastal regions of Cancun. The system will then continue moving northward throughout the morning, eventually moving towards parts of Florida's Panhandle, where it is expected to arrive by tomorrow afternoon and evening as a powerful hurricane, possibly Category 3 or 4. Although the center of circulation is projected to pass well to the west of the Florida Peninsula, the system's circulation is so broad that hurricane and tropical storm conditions will affect the entire state of Florida, as well as parts of Georgia, Alabama, South Carolina, North Carolina, and Tennessee. Unfortunately, models continue to project rapid intensification over the next 36 hours, possibly reaching Category 3 or 4 as it moves over the Florida Panhandle. This is why it's important for residents of Florida, especially in the Panhandle, to prepare for the impact of a powerful hurricane. Here we have the official forecast from the National Hurricane Center. In red, you can see the hurricane warnings that remain in effect for northern Quintana Roo, Mexico. Additionally, there is a hurricane warning extending across Florida's Big Bend and further north, including southern Georgia, where hurricane-force winds may be felt. For now, the National Hurricane Center projects it to arrive as a Category 3 hurricane, but we cannot rule out it strengthening faster than projected based on what we're seeing in the infrared satellite images. It could strengthen further and become a Category 4 hurricane. Also in blue, you can see the tropical storm warning that covers the entire state of Florida and parts of southeastern Alabama, meaning tropical storm conditions with winds between 40 to 60 miles per hour are expected in all these regions. Wind and rain will begin to affect Florida starting early Thursday morning, so preparation should be completed today. Let's take a look at the latest global model projections. Here, we have the American model showing a strong Category 3 hurricane making landfall over Florida's Big Bend late Thursday night. We also have the European model, which also shows a Category 3 hurricane moving over the Florida Big Bend during Thursday night. Although these models show a Category 3 hurricane, some intensity-focused models show a much stronger circulation, in this case, a Category 4 hurricane, when it moves over Florida's Big Bend. This is quite a serious situation, especially for parts of the Big Bend and northern Florida. Remember that, in addition to the wind, storm surges are also expected along the west coast of Florida, so coastal flooding is expected from Key West to Tallahassee. Additionally, heavy rain is expected, with accumulations of 5 to 10 inches affecting the Florida Panhandle, Alabama, much of central and northern Georgia, and parts of eastern Tennessee, western North Carolina, and western South Carolina. This means significant flooding is expected over the coming days, extending into the weekend. In the next image, you can see the wind gust projections. In orange and red are the tropical storm force winds that will affect almost the entire state of Florida, with winds between 40 to 60 miles per hour affecting the peninsula, and hurricane-force winds in parts of the Florida Big Bend, northern Florida, and southern Georgia. As this system moves rapidly to the north-northeast, these tropical storm force winds should also reach parts of North Carolina, South Carolina, Tennessee, Kentucky, and Virginia. In summary, it is important for residents of northern Quintana Roo and western Cuba to remain in a safe place for the next 24 hours. And as this system strengthens quickly, it is crucial for the southeastern United States to complete their preparations, including residents of Florida, Alabama, Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, Tennessee, Kentucky, and Virginia. Well, here at Hurricane Info, I will continue providing special coverage on this event, so don't forget to check if you're subscribed to my channel, and click the bell to receive notifications when I post new videos. I'll record a new update later today, and I invite you to stay tuned to the official forecast from the National Hurricane Center. Goodbye.